Oh, I was carried away with the dancing queen. Well, hi, how y'all doing? Welcome to GMCW's Summer Soirée. I'm your host, Leslie Jordan, and I'm thrilled that you've all joined us for this event. We're here today in support of the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C. Since March, GMCW has had to postpone all of their in-person events, quickly pivoting to a completely virtual landscape. They produced a number of brand new videos and even released their full concert from March 2019, Let Freedom Sing, celebrating African American and Black influence on civil and equal rights. To check out all their great video offerings, you can go to YouTube and search GMCW. GMCW has been raising its voice for equality since 1981, and it's entering its 40th season in September. Your support tonight will allow GMCW to continue to producing quality virtual experiences for the time being and allow GMCW to roar back with performances and events just as soon as it's safe. You know, the last time that I was in DC, I was asked to lead the Gay Pride Parade. They were going to put me in a convertible, but I had a much better idea. I said, I want to ride a pony. Well, they acted like that was impossible. Please, DC, go up to Middleburg, Virginia, or Potomac, Maryland, and there's hunt country all over the place. You can get a pony, a beautiful pony, for me to ride down the streets of Washington, DC. Well, I went back to Los Angeles to get ready, and I went and bought myself a beautiful riding outfit, complete with jodhpurs and boots and a velvet hunt cap. Showed up, and there was no pony. So I went over to Kinko's, and I had a little sign made that said, but I was promised a pony. So I don't know if you remember or not, but I walked down the streets holding my sign, and no one knew what was going on, but I had a wonderful pride. We have so much in store for you tonight, including a very special world premiere at the end. Make sure you stick around. Let's keep this party going by turning things over to Thea Kano and Justin Fiala live from Washington, D.C.
Thank you so much, Leslie, and hello, everyone. And thank you so very much for joining us for this very special event tonight. We are thrilled that you have decided to spend your evening with us. And thank you to our wonderful, fabulous host, Leslie Jordan, MC extraordinaire. We're so thrilled to have you with us. You know, my name is Justin Fiala, as Leslie mentioned, and I have the distinct privilege of being the executive director for the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C. Tonight's event is incredibly special, and it's also historic. It's our very first live virtual event that we have done as an organization. We have brand new recordings to share with you and lots of surprises, so make sure you stay tuned. We're also here tonight to ask those of you who are able to support us. Given everything that's going on, we are having to rely on individual contributions more than ever before. We have an awesome array of auction items available for bidding, and you can maybe get a personalized video from our fabulous Leslie Jordan, or maybe you want a happy hour with Alan Cumming, Tony Award-winning actor. Whatever you want, it's at our auction. You can see and bid on all of the items, as well as make tax-deductible contributions by going to gmcw.givesmart.com. As an added bonus tonight, we have received 2 matching grants of $20,000 each. That means that every dollar up to $20,000 will be tripled that comes in during this event and as part of this event. So I encourage you to check out our auction, make a donation if you're able, and every single dollar will be tripled. I hope that you enjoy this evening. Every single dollar helps and is greatly appreciated. Now let's turn things over to our fabulous artistic director.
Hello, friends. Welcome to our Summer Soirée. I am Thea Kano. I am the artistic director of the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C. Since March, all of our lives have changed dramatically, and that holds true for the chorus. as we've had to cancel rehearsals and postpone events such as our outreach performances and our main stage productions. And we look forward to the time when we can sing for you again when it's safe to do so in person. But in the meantime, we have not stopped singing. We've been rehearsing virtually, learning new songs and pulling together projects for you, many of which you're going to hear tonight. And now we have a special message for you around the pandemic. Here is from Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein, arranged by Robert T. Bowes, Potomac Fever, singing, Please Don't Touch Me.
Dream all you want, my darling, of every lustful situation. Those naughty thoughts are fine with me, as long as they stay locked away in your imagination. You can hug me till I scream, if it's only in a dream. But please don't touch me. You can diddle me all day if you stay 6 feet away. But please don't touch me.
You can stick me, you can lick me, you can pinch me till I'm blue. You can bite me and delight me till I'm blind.
You can savage me and ravage me, I care not what you do. If the lovely filthy things you do are only in your mind. You can spank me till I'm red, if it's only in your head. But please don't touch me. Anticipation is sublime, and although you may think I'm a tease,
Oh, please, don't touch me.
darling, during this terrible pandemic, remember that your health always comes first. But when it's finally over, remember, I'll always come first.
After Corona, you'll be oh so glad we waited. Until then, take cold showers when you're overstimulated. Do not hug us, do not drug us, do not slug us till we cry. Do not throb us till you rob us of our wits.
We won't poke you, we won't stroke you till you're just about to die.
Even in your wildest dreams, don't dare
touch our tits,
our tits,
don't dare touch our tits,
our tits, don't dare touch our tits, touch our tits, touch our tits, touch our tits, 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 tits. Hug me till I scream, it's only in a dream. Please don't touch me. You can feel me till I scream, just as long as it's not real. Please don't touch me.
When it's safe to go to bed, you can do it till we're dead. Till then, please, put down our knives.
Please, keep your hands off these. Please don't touch me, we won't touch you. She's so touchy.
Ow.
That's not me. That's a mouse pad of me. Wasn't that a fabulous performance? This level of performance is exactly what we're here to showcase and support tonight. Isn't this fun? I hope that some of my 5 million followers on Instagram. Who'd have thought at 65 I would be a social media sensation? You know, I went on Instagram and I didn't even know what it was all about. And then Megan Mullally, my dear friend from Will and Grace, that bitch Karen Walker, she reposted a post of mine and I had 80,000 followers. And it stayed that way for a really, really long time. And then I was in Tennessee visiting my family and my phone rang and a friend of mine said, honey, you've gone viral. I said, no, I'm fine, honey. I don't have that. I thought he meant that the virus. Oh, my gosh. He said, no, you've gone viral. I said, no, I'm fine. He said, Leslie, for some reason, you've got all these people that have, signed up to follow you. I couldn't believe it. So here I see it with my 5 million followers. But anyway, let's get back. Enough about me. Next up, We have a special message from GMCW board member Jay Gilliam.
Hi, I'm Jay Gilliam, and I am a singing member of the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C., as well as a member of its board of directors. GMCW has a robust outreach program that includes 5 small ensembles, including a youth chorus and dance ensemble, that perform over 100 performances in the Washington area each year. Additionally, our ensembles have traveled to Cuba and Ukraine, as well as to several European countries, meeting with local residents and singing for LGBTQ equality.
Thank you, Jay, for sharing the great impact GMCW has on its members and the larger community. We have more messages like that to come, including some surprise celebrity guests who want to share their love for GMCW. So stay tuned. You know, our next featured ensemble from the GMCW family is the GenOUT Youth Chorus. Oh my gosh, the GenOUT provides LGBTQ youth ages 13 to 18 with incredible music experiences in the service of social justice. My goodness. I think this would be a good time for me to share my coming out story, but I don't really have one. I just sort of fell out of the womb and landed in my mother's high heels. I do remember in high school, I started telling a few people, and I would get very serious. I'd say, I have something very important to tell you. I'm gay. And they'd go, yeah. Duh. So I never really had a very big coming out experiences, but this unique chorus of LGBTQ youth ages 13 to 18 is one of the only 9 such ensembles in existence, and gives a voice to those who are often unheard, allowing them to connect that voice to a larger community. People often comment about how they wish they'd had a program like GenOUT, me included, when they were growing up, and how it would have bettered their lives. With your support, GMCW will continue to lift the voices of these talented and committed young people for years to come. And now we have several messages from GMCW members and friends, starting with the director of the GenOUT Youth Chorus, Paul Hines.
Hi, I'm Paul Hines. I'm the Associate Conductor for the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C., and the Director of GMCW's GenOUT Youth Chorus. GenOUT is one of only 9 choral ensembles for LGBTQ+ and allied youth in the U.S., and in our short history, we have established ourselves as one of the strongest and most vibrant. Since our first rehearsal in January 2015, more than 90 students from over 4 dozen schools in and around D.C. have participated in GenOUT. This past season, 37 youth from 30 different schools sang in the chorus. GenOUTers describe their ensemble as a place where they can be their authentic selves and as another home for them. For our youth, GenOUT is much more than a chorus. It's a community where young people can experience unconditional affirmation and where their voices are honored and showcased in the fight for social justice. Throughout the pandemic, GenOUT has continued to meet via Zoom for bi-monthly rehearsals that keep the music going and the community strong. This summer, we are engaged in an intensive curriculum on racial justice, which will empower our young singers to use their voices in speaking out against injustice and for policies that will benefit everyone equitably. GMCW's financial investment provides GenOUT with dedicated adult leadership, a safe and accessible place to rehearse, a large and continually growing music library, and resources for retreats, attire, and travel. Additionally, generous scholarships ensure that every child who wants to participate can do so. The young people of GenOUT are the future of our community, and your support of GMCW keeps this program thriving. Thank you for your investment in GMCW, in GenOUT, and the future.
Hi, my name is Matthew. I'm a rising senior at Wakefield High School, and I've been doing GenOUT since January 2017. When I first joined GenOUT, I didn't see it as more than just a choir, but I was quickly proven wrong. GenOUT has introduced me to so much of the world through conversations, outreach events, and once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. I've heard countless inspiring stories about overcoming hardships, not only from adults and mentors, but also from my peers. GenOUT has expanded my worldview and as a result has made me a better activist. It was the first place where I felt I could really make an impact in the world. I want many other young queer children to know that feeling, and in GenOUT, I'm sure they will. Thank you again for your continued support.
Hey, my name is Jay, and I'm a member of the GenOUT chorus. Ever since I was little, I always felt like I was different from my peers. I didn't have the words to describe what I was going through, but I always felt like I was more connected to my male classmates than my female ones, even though I did lots of female-oriented activities. I was a Girl Scout from Brownies through Cadets, that's 1st grade through 6th grade for my non-scouts, and was a member of an all-girls soccer team for all of elementary school. Sure, I had fun selling cookies and playing defense, and I liked all my fellow scouts and teammates as people, no doubt. But I was never excited to grow up, start puberty, or become a woman. I hated it when people called me by my birth name. It didn't help that my extended family practiced modern Orthodox Judaism, an extremely sex-segregated religion. I had no idea why I felt this way, but I knew I wanted to be a boy. Come middle school, and I start to find out more about being transgender. Before that, I had only heard of it in passing, like on adult cartoons my parents would watch. I thought transitioning from one gender to another was extremely rare, and it could never happen to somebody ordinary like me, right? Middle school was a mess, and it's a really long story I'd rather not retell. All you need to know is that there was a lot going on, and every time I tried to come out to my parents, I was dismissed and ignored. My mental health took a tumble, and every day I felt worse than the last. I tried to act like a middle school boy without actually coming out as one, which translated to being extremely loud and abrasive 24/7. I couldn't tell you what I was feeling in middle school behind the mask because I was so caught up in the act. I came out for the last time to my mom over the summer of 2018. She was unconditionally accepting and promised I could socially transition in 9th grade. All my teachers and classmates knew me as Jay. I went to the boys' lock-in sleepover that my school hosts every year for the freshmen, and I was just one of the dudes, and it was great. But I knew I was different from them. We were all about a few years through puberty, but we were going through it differently. There's no point in beating around the bush. I was the odd one out. I felt like a cheap imitation of them. There was no use in denying that I was developing differently than my cisgender peers. I knew hormone replacement therapy was possible, but I didn't know anybody who started it at 14. There are even some transgender people who are against hormone treatment before 16. How was I supposed to get the treatment I needed? I had asked my dad and stepmom about hormone replacement therapy before, and they were all pretty strongly against it. The only transgender man my dad knew before I came out detransitioned after 15 years of presenting as male, and the only one my stepmom knew was her cousin, who developed severe health problems after medically transitioning. So convincing them to let me start hormones would be a bit of a challenge. My mom had worked with an LGBTQ clinic called Whitman Walker in the 90s and knew they offered gender-affirming services. She was willing to let me go into their office for an intake meeting. I told a doctor the story of my coming out process and how I felt about my gender. I felt a connection to maleness for a long time, but I just found the terminology a few years prior, and I had just recently come out to my parents. The worker at Whitman Walker who did my intake meeting referred me to a local therapist who specializes in working with transgender youth. After a few meetings with this therapist, she concluded that I would need to go take hormone replacement therapy to alleviate the distress I was experiencing. I don't think every trans person seeking medical transition should be required to see a therapist before getting access to the resources they needed, but I was definitely able to rationalize a lot of emotions I had in her office, and I highly recommend that trans youth see therapists who specialize in LGBTQ individuals. It's so much more gratifying than seeing a therapist who's learning at the same time you are. My therapist convinced my dad and stepmom to let me start taking testosterone at a low dosage, which is normal for anyone starting T. After a few more appointments at Whitman Walker, I was prescribed testosterone cypionate, a synthetic hormone that promotes male puberty. I didn't get any of the changes that got hyped up at first. The first 2 weeks consisted of emotional changes. Who knew testosterone made you want to go punch walls at the slightest inconvenience? I didn't do that, but I definitely wanted to. But even though I wasn't experiencing changes at the rate I had hoped, I experienced a sense of joy just knowing that I was finally on the right path. I knew that eventually I would see and feel the physical results I had wanted for so long. Fast forward 14 months. Now, at age 16, I can look in the mirror with confidence. The person I see looking back at me is the person I used to see only with my eyes closed. It means everything to me to be my authentic self. I knew from an early age that who I was outwardly did not match how I felt inside. I wasn't living authentically. I found that for me, the path to living authentically required medical intervention, and for this, I needed the support of my parents. They wanted, and still want, the best for me, so we took the journey together, figuring out what the process looked like. That journey built trust and helped us draw closer together. I'm now living authentically and experiencing life more happily than I did ever before. Everyone is different, and no one will have exactly the same journey I had. But if any of my story resonates with you, I encourage you to have an honest conversation with your parents and invite them to join you on your journey. Be patient and have room in your heart for understanding and love. These are the things you'll need most along the way. Thanks for listening.
Hi, my name is Lucas. I'm about to be a senior at T.C. Williams High School in Alexandria, and I joined GenOUT just this past fall. Being in GenOUT has taught me a lot about leadership and community. I've learned that I'm not alone in my experiences and that there are so many ways in which we can relate to and connect with one another. Thank you all so much for supporting GMCW and GenOUT and making it possible for more young people like me to grow into strong leaders.
You are the new day. You are the new day. I will love you more than me and more than yesterday. If you can but prove to me you are the new day. Send the sun in time for dawn. Let the birds all hail the morning. Love of life will urge me say, you are the new day. When I lay me down at night, knowing we must pay, thoughts occur that this night might say yesterday. Thoughts that we as humans small could slow worlds and end it all, lie around me where they fall. Before the new day, one more day when time is running out for everyone. Like a breath I knew would come, I reach for a new day. Hope is my philosophy, just needs days in which to be. Love of life is all for me. Born on a new day, you are the new day.
Hello everyone, my name is Mario Senko, and I have the great privilege of serving as the membership president of the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C. 8 years ago, I joined GMCW because I was looking for a singing group that made beautiful and powerful music. I quickly realized that we did more than just beautiful and powerful music. We also told our stories. In our hands, familiar lyrics and tunes take on new meaning and deeper dimension. And this, together with our lived experiences and great singing, changes hearts and minds in the nation's capital and the world. Thank you and enjoy the program.
Hi everybody, Candace Kane here, and I just wanted to wish all of you a happy anniversary, 40 years, that's incredible. Congratulations to the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C. And I have to say, Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary. Okay. Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C. Happy anniversary to you. Congratulations, everyone. Mwah.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you could join us for GMCW's Summer Soirée. My name is Keegan Miller. I sing in the baritone section, and I'm the Vice President of Diversity and Inclusion. To me, GMCW is family. You have your big siblings protecting you, but also making sure that you stay humble. You have your little siblings who pester you, but whom you get to impart wisdom. You have your uncles who guide you, and of course you have your wine aunties, making sure that you know how to throw shade appropriately. At the end of the day, GMCW is a group of people who want each and every person who walks into our family to feel loved.
Hello, it's Todrick Hall, and I just wanted to send a humongous, gigantic, gargantuan happy 40th birthday to the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C. Thank you so much for everything that you do for equality, for the community, for human rights, and to keep art alive. I can't wait to celebrate another 40 years with you all, and I hope that you're safe and singing wherever you are. Bye.
Hello, Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, and Mazel Tov on your 40th anniversary. I believe it was 40 years ago that we were all together in one room, touching and getting droplets on each other, thinking then that times were bad. What a joke. Well, I'm here to give you a message of hope and tell you there is none, but there will be laughs. We'll meet again, don't know when, I will see you before your 80th anniversary. Love you all.
Greetings, salutations, and hallelujah. Surprise! Hi, everyone in the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C. Yes, honey, it's me, your girl, Shangela. I started as a baby, now I'm all grown up. All grown up and making y'all this message, honey. Yes, you know, I could not let a sickening, amazing milestone anniversary like 40 years, okay, go by without jumping up in here myself. You know, I'm Shangela. You knew I was going to show up. I'm a surprise diva. You know, I almost came out of the box, okay, just for y'all. But I could not let this moment go by. Craig told me, y'all celebrating 40 years, and I said, oh, let me get up in here and say congratulations to all of you. Thank you so much for being a part of the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C. Thank you for using your voices to sing and raise awareness for equality and justice, and just to bring joy and smiles to so many people that you do that. So thank you. Thank you for your generosity, of your talent. Thank you for standing together and standing up against any type of discrimination. Thank you for hitting them notes, okay? Because y'all got me wanting to sing a couple notes over here. Now, what would I sing if I was in the chorus? You know, I'd try to be a soprano, but I'd probably land with the altos. And I'd be like, hallelujah. No, y'all. Hallelujah. No, y'all. Hallelujah. No, y'all. Hallelujah. No, y'all. Like, y'all gonna put me in the alto section. I love y'all. Happy 40th anniversary, and here's to 40 more. Best of luck to you on everything, and I hope to see you guys sometime soon. If you need a featured soloist, you know, I'm sure y'all got many, but if you need a featured soloist, hallelujah. Ooh, I bring the spirit. Bye.
Hello, everybody. I hope you are doing okay. I thought I'd just send you a little message to send my love and to say that you should keep your peckers up, because one day soon we will all be crooning away together again. Thank you so much for coming and singing with me at the Kennedy Center. And yeah, take care, boys and girls, and lots of love.
Well, I, for one, am all in favor of us keeping our peckers up right now. But I'd like to kindly remind everyone that in Scotland, where Alan hails from, peckers refers to noses and not to, well, something else. At any rate, A huge thanks to the members of GenOUT, and we're so grateful for all the optimistic messages from GMCW family members and friends. And speaking of peckers, I used to have this one-man show, which was called Straight Out of Chattanooga. And it was a takeoff on Straight Out of Compton about rappers, because I'm such a rebel and a thug. But I used to walk on stage with a baseball cap on sideways, sunglasses. I had all kinds of bling. I was dressed like a rapper. I would carry a boom box, and I had these blue jeans that would hang off my butt with my underpants showing. Well, I walked on stage one night to thunderous applause. People were hollering and screaming. I thought, oh, I'm killing it. Well, they were trying to get my attention from the side of the stage because my pecker was hanging out. And that's my pecker story. Anyway, now let's check in with the staff in DC.
Hi, everyone. We're about halfway through our wonderful presentation. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. It is time for our very first contribution update. We're about halfway through our program, and we have raised a whopping $31,972. I am so grateful. All of us are so grateful for each and every dollar that you have so kindly given to us to support our great programs. Please keep it going. I have a few wonderful, extra generous shout outs that I need to give. We have received a wonderful gift of $10,000 from Charlie Baradesco and Jeffrey Thurston. We have received an anonymous gift of $3,200. Thank you. We have received $2,500 from Jim Grucius. Thank you. We've received $1,500 from former board members Suzette Deriver. Hello. And David Leitz. Thank you so much. We have received $1,125 from David Carnick. There's more to come as we proceed throughout the evening, but please keep it going. That's amazing. We are so grateful to all of your support. We have plenty of time for the auction, so you can go and look and bid on all of the items, and you can make tax-deductible contributions by going to gmcw.givesmart.com. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. And now, I just need to take a moment to thank some very, very special groups of people. First up, our fabulous Summer Soirée committee for their tireless work in helping us create an event that sparkles and shines. I also need to thank our glorious board of directors for their kindness, for their support. I need to thank our chorus leadership team for their amazing work, herding all of our wonderful members and keeping them informed. I need to thank our amazing staff who work so hard to keep this organization moving forward in the right direction. And of course, we need to thank each and every one of our members for working so hard on GMCW's behalf so that we can change the world through song.
For nearly 40 years, GMCW has sung for equal rights and for civil rights. We have sung on the steps of the Supreme Court while major decisions around those rights were deliberated. We have taken national equality tours, and we have sung in several different countries, including Ukraine and Cuba. But our work here at home is far from being done. We sing in solidarity with the Black and brown communities of our nation, and we will continue to do so until everyone is treated fairly and with respect and dignity. We are able to do this work thanks to your incredible support, and we plan to continue to do that as long as we possibly can. Thank you for your support. Now let's take that back to Los Angeles and our fabulous host, Mr. Leslie Jordan.
You know something, with all that's going on in the world right now, I'm glad we're taking a moment today to remember that there's still so much good happening in the world. GMCW is a perfect example of an organization that has been through so much, from the HIV/AIDS crisis to fighting for marriage equality and equal rights. In its 40-year history, still remains a strong force for what is right in the world. In 1982, I stepped off a bus from Chattanooga, Tennessee, downtown Hollywood. I had $1,200 in my underpants that my mother had helped me sew in there. I had a degree in theater. I had been told when I graduated from the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, Mr. Jordan, please, before you go to Hollywood, learn how to pronounce what your degree is in. It's theater. But I had a degree in theater and I had dreams. You know, in 1982, West Hollywood was a city in crises. And I was on the forefront of that. We realized very, very quickly that with the AIDS epidemic ravaging our community, we weren't going to get a lot of help, and we had to learn to take care of our own. And out of that, all kinds of wonderful organizations such as the AIDS Project Los Angeles, Project Angel Food. There were a lot of wonderful, wonderful organizations that came and are still going today. And I think that GMCW is one of those that rallied and they do with music, which is a wonderful way to reach people. And anyway, I think it's just wonderful, and I'm so glad to have been a part of all of this. And now back to Thea to share a bit about an exciting world premiere.
For several years, GMCW's anthem has been the song Make Them Hear You. It comes from the Broadway show Ragtime, music by Stephen Flaherty and lyrics by Lynn Ahrens. I approached them recently and asked if they would be willing to write for us a new anthem in honor of our 40th anniversary, and they agreed, and they did. The original plan was to sing it for our June concert this next season, but the piece is so powerful, I asked them if we could learn it now, record it, and get it out to the world as soon as possible. And they agreed, and they said, absolutely, the world needs more joy. So what's really cool about this project is that you will hear it in a few minutes for the first time. And our singers will be hearing it for the first time as well, because we rehearsed it virtually, one part at a time. And so the singers have not heard the other parts, the harmonies with them. They've only heard their own voice, in fact. And they recorded their voice and they sent the video in, and we mixed it together to create for you Harmonies Never Too Late. Before we play it for you, first, here is a message from lyricist Lynn Ahrens and composer Stephen Flaherty.
Hi, this is Lynn Ahrens with a big shout out to the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington. Thank you so much for doing the song that we wrote especially for you, Harmonies Never Too Late. I hope you have a fantastic gala. It's a beautiful song, you're a beautiful chorus, and we're very proud to be part of it.
Hi Thea, and hi Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C. I'm Stephen Flaherty, and I'm the composer of Harmonies Never Too Late. And Lynn and I were thrilled when we got a message from Thea asking if we could write a special piece to commemorate your big anniversary. And especially at this moment in time, I think it's really important to remember that when we support one another, when we sing together, when we join together with one another, that's where our strength comes from. So even though we wrote it in isolation, quarantine, and a difficult time for so many of us, there was power, there was strength, and there was real positive energy in writing this particular song. And I just wanted to put a lot of joy into the world. I'm so thrilled that you guys are singing this song. I wish I could be there tonight to hear it. And I just wanted to offer you love, solidarity, and joy. Thanks, and have a wonderful evening.
Someone is alone behind a window. Somebody is holding back their tears. Somebody is calling out to anyone at all. Alone in the dark, the voices no one hears. But anytime a voice can join another, anytime a voice starts to rise,
simple thing, and the harmonies can reach the very skies. We are listening. Can you hear me cry? We are listening. Can you hear me call? We are listening. Tell me you can hear me after all. And I will sing as a way of forgiving. Sing, I will sing for the dead and the living. Singing love even louder than hate. 'Cause harmony's never too late. I will sing for the ones who are frightened. Sing for the ones who can still be enlightened. Sing it out when they tell me to wait. 'Cause harmony's never too late. Harmony's never too late. And anyone who feels they've been forgotten, and anyone who's shaken to the core, and anyone who's broken like a bird without a wing, only tries to sing, and our harmonies will ring forevermore. We are listening. Can you hear me cry? We are listening. Can you hear me call? We are listening. Tell me you can hear me after all. And I will sing as a way of forgiving. Sing, I will sing for the dead and the living. Singing love even louder than hate. 'Cause harmony's never too late. I will sing for the ones who are frightened. Sing for the ones who can still be enlightened. Sing it out when they tell me to wait. 'Cause harmony's never too late. In the silence of your heart, don't be scared to let the music start. And we will sing as a way of forgiving. We will sing for the dead and the living. Singing love even louder than hate. 'Cause harmony's never too late. We will sing for the ones who are frightened. Sing for the ones who can still be enlightened. Sing it out when they tell me to wait. 'Cause harmony's never too late. Harmony's never too late. Harmony's never too late. Harmony's never too late.
Congratulations to our singers. I am so very proud of you. And thank you, Stephen and Lynn, for writing for us such an extraordinarily beautiful, inspiring, and relevant anthem. We will sing it as a permanent addition to our repertoire. And thank you to all of you for joining us for this event, and a profound thank you for supporting us through our first 40 years. Your support has enabled us to sing for equality and change hearts and open minds. And with your support through this challenging time now, it will ensure our ability to do the same for the next 40 years and beyond.
Wow, wow, wow is all I can say in conjunction with thank you, thank you, thank you. What a wonderful evening we are having tonight, and I hope you're enjoying yourselves from the comfort of your home, from somebody else's home, or wherever you're at. It's time for our next contribution update. I am overwhelmed. I am truly overwhelmed and very touched by all of the generous outpouring of love and support that has been shown for us tonight. All of us at GMCW are very, very grateful. I apologize that we do not have time to list every single person who has given us a kind contribution tonight. But I do need to make some shout outs to some extra generous donors. But first, I'd like to share with you the updated total, $68,838 in contributions alone. And I will remind you that that does not count the auction. So you all are, you're overwhelming me with love and support and kindness. Now I have to give some extra special shout outs to some people who have very generously supported us. In addition to those I named earlier, we have received a $1,000 donation from very kind Sherry Bale, a $1,500 donation from Chris Thompson, our current board chair, thank you, a $500 donation from Frank Anania, thank you so much, a $500 donation from Michael Shea, $500 from the fabulous Eve Hill, $1,000 from Chris Erickson, $500 from the wonderful Rob Hall, thank you, and Chris Behan, thank you so much. $2,000 from Ram Gatange, thank you so very much, and I'm sure Jay had a say in that as well, so thank you too. Deborah Potter has gifted us with $1,000. Thank you so much. Rick Davis has given us $500. Brett Allman has given us $1,000. Jay Gilliam has given us $1,000. Corey Clausen has given us $1,500. Steve Oatmeyer has given us $1,000. We've received $3,000 from R.J. White Event Production, $3,000 from Wes Caldwell and Studio Box DC, and an amazing $5,000 from Mark Hegedus and Chris Wilson. The list goes on and on and on, and I wish I could share every single name with you. I just see a $2,000 donation from the wonderful William Moran Jr. Thank you. $1,500 from Carol Hansen. Thank you. We're up to $72,125. Your outpouring of support is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. The names go on and on and on. And I need you to know that whether you give $5, $5,000, $10,000, every dollar matters to us and is very, very much appreciated. I am overwhelmed and overjoyed. Thank you so very much. All I can ask you to do is keep it going. Keep the love out there. Keep the want for equality and justice for all in our hearts as we move forward. Bidding on the auction will close tomorrow, Sunday, August 16th at midnight Eastern Time. But you can still get your bids in, and you can still make contributions at gmcw.givesmart.com. Thank you. From the bottom of all of our hearts, you are keeping us going through this difficult time, and you will allow us to really roar back with performances once it is safe and we are able to do so. Again, thank you so much. $1,000 from Howland Hartley. Thank you so much. I have to stop. We have to move on, but there are so many people that I want to thank. Thank you so very much. But now, to close out the event, I will turn things back to Leslie Jordan, the one, the only, live from LA, with one more of his fabulous stories. Thank you.
Well, I hope you've had as much fun as me today. GMCW has so many varied ways of expressing the desire we all share for more love and equality in our world, and we've had a great glimpse of that tonight. With your support, GMCW will continue into its 40th season and far beyond on strong footing. You know, GMCW's mission statement says GMCW performs to inspire equality and inclusion with musical performances and educating, promoting justice and dignity for all. Well, I cannot think of any better way to spread a message than with music. You know, my first musical performance was in kindergarten. It was I'm a Little Teapot, short and stout. I was the handle, but I really wanted to be the spout. But we're not going to go down that road right now. And then I was accepted into the Chattanooga Boys Choir, and I got to sing all over the country culminating in the singing Christmas tree, where all of us were, it was life size and we were the ornaments and I was on the very top. Music is such a wonderful way to get a message across, and GMCW has been using musical performances for years, and we hope that they continue with their message of love and equality. And I want to thank you all for joining us. Be well, and please, please stay safe.
Anybody could be that guy.